Okay, sorry about that. I just got distracted. But anyway, so we're down on question 5 under the Romans 13, 1 through 5 passage. And we're looking at what are the benefits of being in subjection to the governing authorities. Answer: approval, life without fear of punishment and wrath, good outlook on authority, clear conscience. Now, I'll just tell you, even to me, all of this all of this stuff that we just went over, looking at the passage, it's going to be real easy just to regurgitate this information. Like, you can ask them those questions, and they can look at the passage and say what the right answers are. But more importantly, I think, is we've got to connect that and say why. Like, why is that important to them? Why is that important to us? Why would God do this? Why would He establish authorities to begin with? Well, I think there are a couple reasons we can look at and really help fill this out a little bit. The first one is that there is order and there is structure. Um, Everything that God has created has an order and a structure to it, and so there is not chaos in the universe. Everything works together, and what I mean by that is, whenever God created, He spoke things into existence, but it's not like He created things so that they would just constantly bombard each other. Like, we don't have planets that are just going out of orbit and running into each other all the time. There's an order to all of creation, and in humanity, God even began to set up government right after the first creation. And so, like, the one passage that I read recently that really helped me look at government as ordained by God, even in the Old Testament, was whenever Jethro went to Moses and said, "What you're doing is not good here." Because all of the people were coming to Moses, and he was making judgments on everything that was going on in the life of the Israelite people. Well, he said, "This is not good. You're wearing yourself out, and what you need to do is you need to find honorable people, and you need to set them over groups of tens and hundreds and thousands, so that the people can bring their issues and to those men, and then if there are serious enough issues, they can bring them to you." So it was already an establishment of a legal system like a government would have among the Israelite people, even though God, in the nation of Israel, that was to be a theocracy, and God was to be the ultimate authority of right and wrong. God has established these under authorities so that there can be order and structure among a group of people. That there doesn't have to be a life full of chaos. And God wants to bring order and structure to our life, because order and structure for us is a good thing. If we simply live a life of chaos and do whatever we want to, thinking that we have freedom whenever we don't have freedom, then, just as we have seen develop in America, one freedom will infringe on the freedom of our personal freedom will infringe on the freedom of another person, and then you have these discussions of how far does your freedom go and my rights go, and all of that discussion. But God has placed things in order in such a way for our lives to live harmoniously, and we would not have to deal with the chaos of insurrection or the chaos of everybody doing what they want to. We saw that in the book of Judges, where it says everyone did what was right in their own eyes, and then the government or the nation of Israel was in constant turmoil. Well, just like that, if everyone today does what is right in their own eyes and doesn't live by the law of the land, then our country, or any country, will be in chaos. God has established those authorities for our good, not for our bad. And that's why it says that they are there to commend good conduct and be a terror to bad conduct, because God wants for us the best, and that is best if we have structure and order to our society, and that is what the government is there to do for us. Okay? I hope that fills out that Romans passage for us a little bit. Now we'll move on into the Daniel passage.